Hello everyone and welcome on back to baseball here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. My name is Sean and every day here at 6 p.m. Pacific time on the channel, you can catch a fresh game of baseball inside MLB The Show 25. Christian Javier is going to get the start for game one of his three-game set against, for the Houston Astros, I should say. He is 0-1 with a 5.40 ERA. George Kirby looking very nice with that ERA and a 2-0 record. We are 6-4. Currently still in second place. We're a half game behind the Angels, who have gotten off to a red-hot start, or got off to a red-hot start, but they have faltered over their last few games. Everybody's played fewer than 10 games, so that L10 doesn't really matter a whole lot. We're just ahead, we're a game and a half, I should say, ahead of the Houston Astros at 4-5. The Texas Rangers are at 4-6. The Athletics at 3-7. We actually have kind of an interesting week coming up where we have Houston and Texas, and we will see the Athletics, I guess that's next month. I was trying to read the schedule online, and it was kind of annoying. So let's jump into today's game. I promise I'm somewhere over here. There's me. We'll transform as we play next game. We will center it vertically. Bam. All right, play full game. Seattle Mariners. Home, alternate one. We're going Seafoam. I love the Seafoam green of the Mariners. T-Mobile Park. Hybrid Show Network, open, please. George Kirby. Donovan Solano might need a day off, but we have our key pieces in place. Do we have a third base that's a good... It's kind of Dylan Moore, but he's a right-handed hitter. Do we want Solano? Solano's 417. I think we're okay. We're all right with that. Let's jump in. It's game number 11 of the season so far. During the loading screen and the intro, always the best time to subscribe and ring that bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for your support. Hopefully you are enjoying.
Matchup of division rivals. It's the Houston Astros taking on the Seattle
AL West matchup. Oh, that's right. We have our game storylines. Isaac Paredes looks to improve his 194 average over the last 9 games. Yikes. George Kirby, dominant on the mound as of late. That 2-0 record does back that up. Chas McCormick takes the league lead for OPS. Cal Raleigh snaps tie, becomes home run leader. Spencer Arrighetti has big game on the mound versus Twins. And John Singleton shines in a win versus the Twins. Around the league, Ozzie Albies collects 6 RBIs in win versus Marlins. Fernandez, Yanquiel, struggles and strikes out in the debut. And they have 2 MLB debuts for the Colorado Rockies. Zach Veen collects a double. Farm report, the Arkansas Travelers still have not won a game yet. And Tacoma has been on a hot streak as of late. Here's a look at the top 6 of our prospects.
First pitch coming your way.
It's top 30, but I'm not going through the whole list. I kept waiting. I was like, man, I didn't realize it said that right there.
Just about
Here's a look at George Kirby.
The slab in today's game.
Game
George
11.
Kirby.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation.
Accidentally typed.
People round things out, and not
accidentally typed
like
ho on
it. Number 2.
I accidentally on accident typed an accidental.
Gave his team an opportunity and a chance
All right,
to win.
let's get back into it.
On average, and when you look at that,
I have been out of town since last Thursday. I am currently recording this Monday, a few hours before this goes live, so could be kind of an interesting game. I think the game in the past, when you don't play it for a couple of days, gives you some kind of easy, like, hey, remember how good this feels? Let's get you back in. But we also could just be kind of off as far as timing, so might need to rely a little bit more on defense, but we'll see. 8 stolen bases already for Yordan Alvarez. We'll have to keep an eye on that. That is a helpful stat.
You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
Interesting.
And first offering is fouled off. Dubon, a former Gold Glove winner, batting second in today's lineup, and he was born in Honduras. On the ground, right side. And it gets by him.
Darn, it was a yellow, and I think I might have bopped him a little bit there. That's okay. It's okay. It was a yellow jump. We are coming off a series win versus San Francisco Giants. The real-life Seattle Mariners got swept 2 walk-offs, and they are down Robles, I believe, out in right field after making quite the athletic catch.
The 0-1. Base hit. Throw into third. In there safely.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit.
Ooh, just missed.
Great.
Christian Walker, the next to hit.
Jordan Alvarez has 8 stolen bases.
That's in there.
There we go.
And the count 1-1.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Just missed.
Good
That's
spot
fine.
for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Love to try and turn 2 here. That has not been our strong suit so far this season. That slider wasn't in the worst position. There we go. Nice. Nice. We can still strand him, but double play would have been huge right there.
Grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. 2 hits yesterday. 1 was a home run. Misses.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm starting a little too consistently with sliders outside or fastballs inside. Polanco with another bad.
And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Not a great leap there. It was right back up the middle. I don't think Polanco was going to get it even if it was a diamond.
Didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Isaac Paredes in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Base hit. Coming around third is Alvarez. And he's out. Yeah, you're out. Up, down, and that ends the inning.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Nice job. Thank you, Julio. That was not nearly deep enough. 4 hits already, though, isn't great. We got the diamond throw. I'm actually surprised that they sent him. All right, here's a look at their pitcher as we find ourselves down early.
What do you got on him, Chris?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Four seam at 95, a slider 82, a knuckle curve at 79, circle change at 86. Oof, went with the circle change, but too early.
Got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Not good. Not good on our part. That's outside. Hey, there's a good take right there.
I don't think he was trying to.
It's a little ill-prepared for that first pitch. That's a mistake that we probably should have punished. But. There's. All right.
Center field, Dubon.
Didn't get that knuckle curve
Makes
down.
the catch, and there's 1 gone.
It's okay.
And now we check out the Mariners lineup. Already trailing by
We're 5th in the AL in average. That's a positive.
Early on as well.
Well, it's just
got to get Randy going a little bit. Raleigh we've been struggling with. He has 6 home runs, so that's a positive.
That'll maybe settle everyone into this ball game, and that includes their own starter on the mound.
Okay. So he's missed a couple off-speed pitches up.
Donovan Solano.
That's fine.
Batting with 1 down.
That's fine.
Takes a strike. 1 out, base is empty. That missed
It's
by
way
one.
outside.
And that
Yeah, when I was
is
looking at the Mariners' schedule online today, for some reason it wasn't showing me April, so I thought that...
swing and a ball popped in the air. And
Okay, there we go, there we go.
So they get a man
I thought that we
aboard
played
for
the
one-out
Athletics
single.
soon, which is just not true.
You know what
But we do
say,
get
you
6 straight
couldn't have thrown
division
it out there
games.
any better than that, and certainly the
We'll have a
case
day
that
off
time.
on
Just flared it
Thursday.
back behind the second
There's a
baseman
weird
and dropped
2-game
it
set
in.
against the Angels
Man
later in the
first,
month, which
and
I had to
now
like
Julio
triple check.
Rodriguez.
He's been on
All right, here we go.
fire at the dish lately, working on an 8-game hitting streak.
Swing and a
How about
ground
9,
ball.
baby?
Base hit.
First pitch. Let's go.
They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
2 on, 1 out. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. He's sitting on 99 career homers.
No.
We'll see if this is the moment
No.
to notch number 100.
Darn it.
He
That
makes
was a
the catch,
fastball
and
right
there's
down
2
the
down.
middle.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Luke
Darn
Brown
it.
swings through it for strike
Oh,
1.
shoot. Okay, that's fine. Hold on.
And that misses.
All
And
right,
the
let's
count is
take
1-0.
into account who we have out here. Chaz McCormick, 72 strength. Mauricio Dubon, 87. And Jordan's only 66.
He had a broken bat
Okay.
as you jog back to the dugout.
So we could probably...
On the
Just
ground
kidding.
right
Doesn't matter.
side.
Damn it.
Altuve slings to first. And that will end the inning.
Kind of overthought it there. Real missed opportunity with Cal Raleigh. I think that was a pitch that we should have driven for home run number 100. But it's okay. Get a couple of hits off him. See if we can settle down our
Top of the
pitching.
second, and here is John Singleton. Kirby back to work. And that one a little below the knees. 1-0. Fought off foul. Singleton with a homer in his last game. And a big swing and a miss. 1-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Nice pitch there.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
And first offering is fouled off. Kirby ready to fire now.
Nope. Not good.
Puts it
Okay,
in
not
the
bad.
air out towards left center.
I'll take it. I'll take it. That's
They
a
got
couple
it
of
for out number 2.
quicker outs. That's what we want to see. We can give up a run. No big deal.
Batting none, the right fielder, number 20.
Chaz McCormick up next for the
McCormick.
Hold on.
Astros. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. Lifted in the
Okay.
air, right
All
field.
right. That's what we are
Robles
looking for.
hauls it in to end the
There we
inning. After an inning and a half, it's 1-0.
That's much better. That's what we want to see. A little quicker on the outs there. I think that was probably only 6 or 7 pitches, so...
And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's Randy Arozarena.
What was I trying to look at? I was going to look at standings real quick. Oh, God. Seattle's in dead last. Gross.
That's
Drop.
a laser.
There we go. There we go.
So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Texas 8-2. Los Angeles is off to a good start, 6-3.
Line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did.
Houston, going into this game,
You let the ball
Houston
travel.
and Los Angeles' record mirror us like in game.
Next is the designated hitter.
Athletics are
Austin
4-6, and the Mariners are 3-7. Yeesh.
First
That's
pitch,
good.
and
That's a
he
good
just
take. All right, here we go.
misses.
Let's lock in on our game.
1-0. Arozarena on at first, nobody out. Fastball
Okay,
for a
that's
strike.
fine. Wasn't really anticipating the fastball there. Thought he would go off speed. But he's also been throwing the four-seam a little lower,
He's a good,
so.
consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
2-1.
3 straight fastballs, a little surprising. Ooh, you got me with a slider.
With 2
Okay.
strikes, Macy
All right, step up.
over there at first base.
Who do we have? Who's on first?
Runner on the move.
Ooh.
Out to short. Pena. Save. He's in there. No
Okay,
chance at the
we
double
put him in
play.
motion. It wasn't a great swing,
Batting it.
but we at least avoid the double play. Hey, that's a win. That's a win for us. I am actually trying to steal more bases. Normally I don't worry about it, but putting him into motion there was a good call. And we got just enough of it, so.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Yeah, we kind of fell apart in the last game that I played.
Tying run in scoring position here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Were those both? Yeah, they were both fastballs.
Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did.
Sorry, Jorge.
And a
Oh
swing and a
my
miss.
God.
And there's 2 away.
Well,
That was
that's always
horrible.
The key to effective pitching is
Batting
getting
up.
ahead in the count.
The
And as a
shortstop,
pitcher, it really
JP.
allows you to start expanding the
Crawford.
zone.
That
Hitters
was-
become defensive,
that was
and all of a
awful.
sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a
Way
pitch
too
as a
early on the
batter
circle change. He's been
before you
throwing a good
recognize
dose of
what
that
it is, and that's what
fastball.
leads to the strikeout.
Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove.
Okay,
The
so
throw
we're
is
safe.
late, and the defense comes away with nothing. So the batting order turns over, and now it's going to be Victor Robles. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Ball 1, no strikes. Two aboard, 2 outs. Got to chase
Ooh,
one
too
above the zone
aggressive.
there.
Wow,
One
no
and
fair
one.
right there. I mean,
Damn.
that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just gonna have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left
Darn.
center field. And the inning is
Darn.
over. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0.
4 hits apiece, but we can't. We're not doing a good job driving anything across. Got a couple guys in scoring position.
And we're back.
Leading off
All
for the
set for the
Astros,
start of the
the
inning.
second baseman,
Here's the second
Jose
baseman, Jose Altuve. That one in there across the letters.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
That one to first.
There we go.
Raley steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Mauricio
center fielder,
Dubon.
number
1 for 1 with a single
Mauricio
and a run scored so
Dubon.
far. The other way.
Nicely
and
done. Hey,
off the out.
Really?
It's never fun going back to
Couple
the dugout
putouts.
after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Alvarez stands in now and watches strike 1. Two out, space is empty. Gonna count 1 and 2.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
And the
Okay, hey,
Astros
couple good
down
clean
the
innings
order.
from Kirby as we work our second
Nothing
time
doing
through
there
the
for
lineup.
Houston. They lead it 1-0.
A day on Thursday is going to help us off, or help us out. Day off on Thursday will help us out.
Back here at the ballpark,
Okay.
coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers.
Solano.
Not bad numbers. 300 average, the OPS at 869, 4.5 runs a game, 13 extra base hits, 6 home runs, and 18 ribbies.
This one in the air,
Damn
center field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one away. So digging in, Julio Rodriguez. In the
We
air,
were
right
late.
side.
We were late. Oh, we were late. We're going to pop it up
Pulls down, and there's two
regardless.
gone. And next will be the cleanup hitter,
Fudge.
Cal Raleigh.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
And that one is
I don't
lifted
think that's
in
going to
the
be
air.
enough.
Duvall
Fudge.
settles under this one. Makes the
Okay,
catch. Inning
so I think that was a 3-pitch inning. We can't be doing that. That's so bad. Just couldn't get on plane with anything. The knuckle curve didn't drop. The four seam stayed a
As we
little.
go to the top of the fourth. And now it's Christian Walker.
Darn.
Christian Walker.
And that one fouled off. Walker, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, 33 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Right through there for a strike. And a swing and a
Okay, there
miss.
we go.
And he's registered
That was first strikeout?
in this one.
Wow, short
Third,
work
okay.
to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4.
Yeah, I wanted that slider way out.
Again.
But hopefully we have him slowed down enough to where we can blow this fastball right by him.
Strike
go.
3, and that's
Okay.
2 in a row.
A little surprised that we've gotten a couple of those just
Falling
looking.
side just freezes the hitter. I don't think he was ready to
Right
pull
through.
the trigger. A lot of times hitters are looking away, and that one locked him up.
Paredes.
So 2 down now, and here is Isaac Paredes. Delivers a pitch
Oh,
in for
boy.
a strike at 95. Next offering is fouled back.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Hard on the ground to first.
Nicely done, really.
Takes it
Nicely
himself,
done.
and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Astros are down quietly, but they're on
I like
top,
the way I'm
1-0.
pitching. I like that I'm being aggressive with throwing the same pitch twice, trying to poke that slider a little further out of the zone. I think there's something there.
Back at T-Mobile Park,
Leading off
bottom of the
for the
inning,
Mariners,
and stepping in
the
for the
first baseman,
Mariners, Luke Raley.
Now, if we
It's
could
interesting
just
he plays kind of a power spot defensively.
get some things
but
going here
runs
offensively.
pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone
There
who
we go.
has
Good takes.
maybe above average
take a
speed,
breath,
but he
slow down
does.
here. Oh,
Swing and a
that's
ground
not
ball.
slowing down. Those four seams are dipping more than I'm anticipating.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping
Now
the ball
batting,
out
the
of the
left
air,
fielder,
lets the defense
Randy.
work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now for Seattle, Randy Arozarena.
Okay, come on.
1 for 1 with a single so far. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0.
Good take.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
And that one is in for a strike. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
That one misses,
Yeah.
and now 3-1. Next
We were
offering
late.
popped in the air, right field.
Oh, we were late.
McCormick
We're going
hauls
to be under
in,
it.
2 away.
And I tried to drop it because the fastballs have been dropping.
Up next for the Mariners,
In now
all
the
good.
Mariners DH, Austin Shenton. Grounded out his first time up. And ball one. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And there's a foul ball.
Fuck's sake. Ooh, boy, step out.
Man, he really
Step
sells
out.
the changeup with that arm action.
And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate.
All right, we'll switch to a contact swing here.
2 outs.
Ooh, right off the wrist. Should be able to get there. Darn
Tosses
it.
to the pitcher covering the bag.
Okay.
Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. Nothing across here this half. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Astros 1 and the Mariners nothing.
Okay, so
Welcome back.
okay,
Quite
perfect.
the
A good
pitcher's
time to
duel
look
so
at
far.
this.
Here's how the starters
I mean,
have
everything's
performed
looking
up to
pretty
this point.
even. They have the 1 run. We have 4 strikeouts. Other than that, 4 innings pitched, 4 hits. Nobody's walked.
Kirby back
So this
to
is
work.
the end of the second time through the lineup. Oof,
Fouls one off
fastball
play,
drifted
back to
inside in a
one.
way that I did not want.
To the right side, Raley. And he handles it himself for the out.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Pena in the box now.
Beautiful.
No balls
That's a
and
great
strike.
take on Pena's part. You were not going to do anything with that slider.
On the ground to short, Crawford. Fires across the
There we go.
diamond.
Okay.
2 up, 2 down.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right
The
there.
right fielder,
Got inside
number
on him and got him to bounce into that out.
McCormick.
Chaz McCormick up next for the Astros. Breaking ball in there for a strike. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left.
Hey,
right.
boy.
You make a note
Okay,
of those
all right.
guys 'cause
Lock
it's
in here.
different.
Lock
Man,
in.
you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down.
Couple of really bad
Outside.
pitches there.
Last half of the
Really,
fifth
really
coming
bad.
up. It's the
All right, we are
Astros
halfway
1
home here.
And the Mariners nothing.
We're down 1. We had 2 hits in the first 2 innings. We've done nothing over the last couple, including, a 3 or 4 pitch third.
Back in Seattle,
Leading
John
up
Shelby
for
with
the
my buddy
Mariners,
Chris
the
Singleton,
second
set to
baseman,
get us started.
Jorge.
Bottom 5, Jorge Polanco.
Polanco.
All right, Polanco, let's do something here, huh?
To the right side.
I guess ground out.
Altuve.
I just
Throws the
can't
first
figure out
on
where the
time.
fastball's going to stay.
And the leadoff hitter retired in the
It's
fifth.
dropping and I'm driving it under, like into the ground. Or we're under it and popping it straight in the air.
J.P. Crawford reached on an infield single his first time. And that's a
There we
little
go.
high.
These
Come on.
hitters are going to have to
What are we
find
sitting
a
at?
way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise,
44.
that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
That's
Pitch
outside.
misses, and the count is 2-0. The Astros leading by a run. Last half of inning number 5. There's a strike.
Okay.
Now one miss.
I'm a little surprised that was a miss.
Damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
That clips the corner.
I wasn't looking for it in that spot.
Cut on and lifted
Flare?
in the air.
Flare?
Touches
Okay, hey, I'll
down.
take that.
That's a hit.
I'll take
So
that.
That will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you.
Now
Just got to
batting,
battle.
the right fielder, Victor Robles.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Victor Robles. 0 for 2 in this one. That one out to right. And
Okay.
They get it in quickly. So first and second.
Okay.
Now
Lock in,
one
lock
out.
in.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Here's Donovan Solano.
Solano's 1 for 2 with a single. That was a 4-seam. We were late on it. That's good take. Good take outside. Lock in, lock in. Here we go.
Pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike
Grateful
one.
that I missed that one. Grateful. We don't have a ton of speed on the base paths.
Swings and misses.
Step out.
And it's
Step out.
1-2.
Too late. Oh, it
And
was a
now
good time.
he'll ask for time and step out of
The
box.
one thing that kind of sucks about taking time is it takes away the timing in the bottom left corner.
Robles at first, one gone. And that one is
That's not what
popped in
we
the air,
wanted.
shallow center. Pena
That's okay. It's only one out.
brings it in.
It's only one
And
out.
there's 2 down.
We hit into a few too many double plays at times.
Number 44.
And up next for
Julio.
Seattle, Julio Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Drops into the glove. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Astros 1 and the Mariners nothing.
Just feels like we're not getting good commitment to the swing. Damn, that is
And welcome back to the
brutal. All right, let's go into the bullpen here. Actually, let's take a look at their lineup. Mostly righties with a couple lefties. We probably shouldn't use the bullpen around. We can go with Santos and Thornton for right now.
top 6.
We'll get them
And
warmed up
stepping
here
in for the
early as we
Astros,
start.
Jose Altuve.
Time number 3 through the lineup.
Side.
Polanco almost ran that poorly on my part. Please throw the ball.
Tosses to first. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter.
That did not need to be that stressful.
Impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong,
did not know
accurate
that.
throw.
Also, our outfield wall's looking pretty good.
Up next for the Astros. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. That one finds the corner. Strike
is-
1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And that's in there for a strike.
Man, those
Quickly,
are some
nothing in
beneficial
2.
strikes, huh?
Duvall tries to hold up, appeal to
went.
first.
Come on,
He
he
did not
went.
go around. And he grounds one to the right side. And that chance handled. On
Hey,
the
nice
first.
play, Polanco.
Fine play in the
I
hole.
think the game kind of overtook there.
The left fielder, Jordan Alvarez.
Here's Jordan Alvarez. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. The next pitch misses. And the count 1 and 2. Into the outfield, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Okay. We can give up a base hit to Jordan. No big deal.
So next up for Houston, Christian Walker.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this
Okay,
one.
that was not a
that's
good
outside.
pitch.
And that's
Haven't
ball
had the runners on, so rhythm's a little out of whack.
ripped on the ground to second. Gets it to first.
All right,
And
there we
that's
go.
the 3rd out. So 1 hit.
So we
is
get
all
through
they get.
6.
To the
I
bottom
think we're
of
in
the
an
6th
okay
we
spot
go.
to bring in a
4, 5,
couple of
6 coming
relievers
up.
here. I'd like
It's
to try to
the
get through
Astros
6 with the
1
starter.
And the Mariners nothing.
Or a bloop. Or a blast.
Well, we go bottom
Way to
6.
go.
And now the switch hitting catcher. Now
We're
Ryan.
blooping and blasted away
These
from the
fans
lead.
definitely
We're
wanna get
one good
involved in
at-bat,
the
couple
game.
good at-bats
All it's
here.
gonna take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Check swing. and
That's
he
fine.
went.
Didn't
That's
matter.
strike
It
one.
was a strike.
One strike. Needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues. Way
That's inside.
inside.
Did not hit the button that time. Usually when we see that, I go, oof, hit the button.
And now 2-1.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors,
Damn
less than
it.
5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
Walker takes it to the bag. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Next to hit, Luke Raley. Swing and a ground ball
Okay,
towards
thankfully
first, but
foul.
foul.
Thankfully foul.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Oh, thank you for getting a piece of that, Rayleigh. That was a bad swing on the knuckle curve. It's a great pitch to use against me.
And
That's
it.
a good tip. There we go.
The Mariners trailing by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Close one doesn't get the call. 2-2.
Was a strike.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 2.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there.
Now
After
batting,
not getting a
the
call, he
left fielder,
probably should have gotten it.
Randy.
Didn't let it affect his focus, and he
Right
came
on.
back with another good
We were
pitch
too
to get
late.
him swinging.
Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners. Ground ball left side. Fair ball.
Single.
That's it.
Oh, no. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Austin Shenton up next for the Mariners. Going on.
Got me with that
Overtime
knuckle
runner
curve.
first
That
base. He's
pitch
looking for
is a
something to get
nightmare all the way down at
Drive
76.
into a gap and score that run from first base.
And a base hit into right center field. Arozarena on his way to third. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
The batter, number 7, second baseman.
And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Jorge Polanco.
It's
Misses
outside.
outside.
It's outside.
And that's ball
It's fine.
1. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Swing and a miss.
Bad swing. Were we late on that? Just early.
That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess.
Step out.
Now he steps
Take a
out.
second.
His time is granted.
Hey, way to
Fights
foul it
that
off.
one away, still 1-2.
Foul it off.
2 on, 2 outs. A little bit low.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Foul
Okay.
ball, another
Hey, that's
2-2
fine.
upcoming. Two outs. In the air, left field, down the line.
It's foul.
And that is a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Hit in the air out to center field. Dubon squeezes
Under the
it,
slider.
and that is the inning. Mariners leave a couple.
Oh,
They're down
man.
1-0.
These are some of the more frustrating games that we play. Like, this happens every once in a while where we just can't quite get that hit. And it's the thing that I talk about. I'm sure I've talked about a lot of, man, consistency and getting back-to-back hits. It just feels like it's so difficult. That's a slider that I desperately want fouled
His
off.
slider has been
Desperately
really
just
impressive.
want that to
Tight
go
spin.
away.
Seems like the
But I
hitters
want that
aren't
previous
picking it
pitch
up
that
on
was a
the
foul ball to be fair. Because that's what we
That is out
just
of
don't get a
play.
lot of those hits up and down the line.
In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. And next to hit for
Now batting.
Houston,
First
Isaac
base,
Paredes.
Isaac Paredes.
Rolled
Maybe there's something we
softly,
can
but
get
that
to
goes
here in
foul.
the 8th, but
It
we're
is
going to
all
need to
about
do something, or that
anticipation,
closer's
and
coming
right
in
now,
the
this
9th.
lineup is struggling
We do have the
to
bottom of the
finish
lineup
short
here.
this time, and it's produced a few ugly cuts here and there.
So we can
Bases
stick with
empty, one
Kirby.
away.
He's
Here
pitched
in the
well,
top
only
half
the
of
one
inning
run in
number
the
7.
first.
Just
The most frustrating when we're beating them in hits, but the hits aren't coming at timely times.
Here's a
That's
swing
gone.
and a drive left field, and he knew it.
Oof.
His second of the year, and they tack one on the board. It's 2-0.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Damn.
Singleton, batting with one down, takes a strike. And a foul ball.
You know what? I tried to sneak one by. Maybe got a little too cute. But
Up the middle. The throw
nice
to
read,
first,
Crawford.
and they got him.
So we're a bloop and a blast away from a
Jeremy
tie
Pena
now.
Up next for the Astros.
Got too cute, leaked over the plate, and it was gone.
And there's a strike.
That missed. That's the ball. 1-1.
Pitch misses there, and a count 2-1.
It's okay. That is not where I want that pitch. Fudge pops. Kirby?
And
There
a
we go.
swing and a miss, and that's that.
There we go.
One more for the Astros, and it comes on this solo homer.
Damn.
And it's 2-0.
It's okay.
You're watching Major League Baseball on.
We've
the
had
show.
opportunities to get runs across, and we just can't figure it out. And I would guess if you look at the previous 10 games, because this is game number 11, if you look at those previous 10 games, it's mostly home runs. And when we struggle, it's when we can't put those hits together at good spots. But we still have a chance. We're here in the bottom of the
We'll
8th.
see what he's got here.
So digging in,
Leading off
J.P.
for the
Crawford.
Mariners,
He's
the
2 for
shortstop,
2.
JP.
Slider at 89, four seam at 99, and a circle change at maybe 92. Late.
Foul ball there. Abreu, in his 5th season, he features
90.
a slider,
86 to
a
90, I
four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. Swinging a foul straight back. The shortstop
There's the
takes
slider. Hey,
ball.
good take right there.
And there's a ball.
Good take.
2-2.
Oh, it's only the bottom of the 7th. Oh, thank God. Ooh.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
I thought it was the bottom of the 8th for some reason. I don't know why. And then I looked at the time on the recording, and I thought, that's wrong.
Fouls it back with 2
Like,
strikes.
that number doesn't make
Well,
sense.
he's
I don't think we're
desperately
speed running
looking
that
for
fast
swing
through
and
it.
miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create
Okay,
just a
there
little
we go,
bit of illusion
Crawford.
at
Let's
the
go.
end.
I'm okay with the very late.
And it remains 2-2.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Next pitch.
Damn,
on
that
the
should have been a
plate.
walk.
And the count's full.
I was too busy thinking about the recording.
line drive.
Damn.
Calls it in, and there's one
Did a
away.
good job adjusting to it. Poked up a little bit and then dropped back down.
Didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Darn.
And now it's Victor Robles up to hit.
Early
1
on
for
it.
3.
Darn, darn, darn.
Swing
Oof,
and a miss.
Robles,
There's the
sorry.
slider. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Luis Garcia getting ready to, and that one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
1-1.
And now
Ooh,
1-2.
When you
yikes.
throw a
Way too
fastball
late.
by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Swing and a ball hammered left field back there. Out of here.
Oh, I hit with Crawford. It's fine. It's fine.
So he goes yard.
Robles with a contact swing. We're finally able to get something going.
On the scoreboard, it's 2-1.
2-1. Hey, that's what we need to do. We need to take advantage of this guy with a high ERA.
Was going to be the challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And the batter now, Donovan Solano.
That's a great take.
Outside
Even if they
low,
call that a strike.
ball 1.
1 ball, no
Great
strikes.
take. Let's go, Solano.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. That's a base hit.
Solano, Solano, Solano.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Gets against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Brian Abreu departs, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now, what do we want to do offensively?
Astros go to the pen, and
What do I want to do here? Do we pinch run?
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Hold on. Let's go substitutions. Third base, Donovan Solano. Dylan Moore can play third. Ryan Bliss can also play third. 75, 78, 72, 78. Not a great arm. I think we go Dylan Moore. Even though I like Bliss's speed a little bit more. Let's save him. Pinch run Dylan Moore for Donovan Solano.
Julio Rodriguez.
Let's save Bliss in case we need him a little bit later.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home
Sinker at
run
97,
already in this
12-6
inning,
curve at
they're definitely
88.
looking to do some more damage.
Cutter at 94, slurve at 88.
That's too low.
Good take.
Ball
Hey,
1.
we've done a good job slowing things down. We had a long at-bat with Crawford, even though we didn't get on. It was 9 pitches or something like that. Should have been a walk. But it's okay. It's okay. Late.
And fouled off.
Indecisive on that one. Oh, later it was a 12-6 curve. I visualized that pitch and didn't see it.
And
That's
now
outside.
teed it up.
That actually wouldn't have been a bad pitch to steal on.
Line, and that's a base
Let's go
hit.
3.
Around
Let's go 3.
third. Throw, and it gets away. Doesn't get
Pitcher's
too
there to
far
back
away,
up, so we're
no one
fine.
moves up.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. This
Too
one chopped
aggressive.
on the ground, but
Too
foul.
aggressive. Damn it.
1 out.
Oof.
Possible
Brutal
tie
stat
and
right there.
go-ahead runs on base.
Yes, Cal Raleigh, home run number 100 is the game swinging home run that I don't know what to say. The game swinging dinger. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
It's 4-2. Ziggy, that's a special one. His 100th career home run.
Fuck yes.
100 career homers. Pretty impressive.
Holy moly. We did it. We stayed home. We stayed focused. -1 bad swing with Crawford. But that is what was that a 12-6 curve? What a fucking swing. Let's go.
One down. Digging in.
Perfect on a 12-6 curve, 84 miles an hour. And a great take to follow it up. Hell yeah. That's outside. Now I wish it was the bottom of the 8th.
Hard grounder into the
Ooh,
outfield
that'll
for
work.
a knock.
That'll work. Let's go, baby.
So a man aboard now with one away.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel
Now
any
batting, the left
vibration in your
fielder,
hands
Randy.
whatsoever. Such a good feeling. There's nothing
Radar.
cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That
And
was
we are
really
into the
cut out
bullpen for the
front and
second
didn't get
time
under it like
in
he
this
would've
inning.
liked,
This is the
but
third
definitely
different
put a
pitcher
good
we've
swing
faced.
on it. And now they've
Let's
got some speed
go.
on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now pitching for
So a
the
new
Astros.
pitcher out of the bullpen.
That's
for
the strategy we have to
Astros.
work with.
Taylor
We got to get
Scott.
through the opener
Pretty
some,
tight
or
game, so
the
they're
starter
looking for
sometimes,
quality
and then
pitches out of 'em right here.
we get to
Gotta
start
do his
rolling
best
a
to
little
keep the
bit.
score right where it is.
So a man aboard. Now the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Ooh, bad
Yeah,
swing.
that's
A little too
foul.
aggressive. So what's our speed? 83 and a steal of 59. 4-seam at 95, a splitter at 88, a slider at 86, and a sinker at 95.
And that
good
one
take.
is
That's in.
inside. Here's the pitch. Runner goes.
That missed. That's
Ball
the ball.
misses. Throw to second.
Yeah, he was out. I was a little late on it. I got too anxious and I.
Far from a sure thing, even with big time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great
That's
catch
the
and
ball.
throw.
That's
Quick,
inside.
not rushed, and accurate.
Darn.
2 down, nobody on. That one's in there. And it's 3-2.
We got a full count.
And they'll do it again.
I was anticipating a splitter, something a little bit slower. That fastball, 5 straight fastballs is
Outside, and that is
kind of
ball
wild.
4.
I thought pitch number 3 would be
The
good.
base runner over at first base is
Now
going to have a
batting,
very
the
aggressive
designated hitter,
secondary
Right.
lead. So ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Rips one to right, and it stays fair. Arozarena on his way to third. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate. He'll score.
Let's go, Austin Shenton! Ribby double! Hell yes!
Fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter, so no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Okay, so we can do some damage against the Astros bullpen. That is good to know. That play at the plate, decently close.
So runner at second, 2 down. Jorge Polanco, the next to hit. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Ooh, and too aggressive there. Yeah, I wasn't going to do anything with that regardless.
Shenton stands at second with 2 gone.
Ooh, got me with a slider.
That'll end the
Damn.
inning after
Okay.
a lot of scoring.
Well, it's a little unfortunate.
In
The
this inning, the long ball was working. It's
we cost ourselves a run
5-2.
with that attempted
You're
steal.
dialed into
Obviously,
the show.
no guarantee that that would have happened that way anyway, but
Now into
it's
the ball
okay.
game on defense, Dylan Moore.
Now
He's the
playing
new third
third base.
baseman.
I like the move of Dylan Moore,
stepping
bringing
in for
him
the
in.
Astros,
It didn't
Chaz
matter
McCormick.
because we scored via the long ball. But let's give these guys something different to look at. Can't go farting around here. We could go with Santos. We're in a save situation, so let's use Santos. If we don't put anything on, we'll have Munoz warm for another save opportunity. And we get to play nice and loose. Oop.
First pitch misses.
Every time.
Got to keep things
Every
airtight
time.
defensively right here, on your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
This one could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
We're okay. We're okay. Wasn't a very good.
Feel good as a hitter
It's
right there.
every
Nice
fucking
job
time
of
with
driving that
Santos.
pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Robles
Headed
did
down
not
the
get a
line.
good jump
And
on
that's
that.
a foul ball. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top of the 8th.
1-2.
In the dirt, blocked.
We're fine.
One, two now. Just misses with that one.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You
Come
can tell they
on.
get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball.
Okay, that's all right. We gave their reliever a little trouble with Crawford. Okay, big strikeout right there. We're okay to let this run come in. Should it happen like that? We don't want it to, but push comes to shove. We're asking a lot out of ourselves usually
Chased outside the zone.
in these situations.
Here's the center fielder, Mauricio Dubon. Comebacker to the mound.
That's big. Okay, Santos.
Slings to first in time. Now it's Yordan
Now batting,
Alvarez.
Left fielder, Yordan Alvarez.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
He's
That's
in
fine.
there.
It's fine. Circle change is
There can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure.
and we get out of the jam. Okay, huge, huge.
So the Astros
Big
lead
strikeout
one,
on
and the
Altuve.
deficit remains 5-2.
14 hits, 5 runs. Not great. We've left a lot of runners on base. It was 8 at one point. I think it went to at least 9, maybe
Now
10.
pitching for
Back
the
now, new
Astros.
But
pitcher on the mound as we
Let's
roll
warm
into
up.
the bottom
Let's
of the
warm up
eighth.
Munoz. Let's get a save and let's get a come from behind win.
Left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here. So we'll see how
And
it
it's
works
one of those games. Hey, we scored a bunch of runs in
stepping in.
one inning.
For the Mariners, J.P. Crawford.
10 pitch at bat last time he was up. Oh God, to a
Popped up.
1 pitch pop out.
Pena.
Gross. Gross.
Hauls it in for the out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the
The
ball
right
game.
fielder, number 10.
Victor Robles.
Victor.
Now at the plate.
93.
He's already homered in this game. Close but called a ball.
That's been a weird
1-0.
spot all game long.
Activity in
no
the Houston
strikes.
bullpen. Hayden Wesneski appears to be getting loose. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right
Unfortunately,
field.
it's an out.
He's got it.
Darn it.
And there's 2 away.
We were a little
2
late
down,
on
base
it.
is empty. Here's
Yeah.
Dylan Moore batting for the first time here in the 8th inning after coming into the game as a pinch runner. Ripped in the
Okay,
air,
there
left
we go.
field, and a
Hey,
touchdown
let's
for a
take-
base hit. And with the innings
Let's get
still
that
alive,
average up a
here
little bit.
comes the hard
125.
hitter.
Hasn't had a lot of
I'm
at
not saying
bats,
that play
but
was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Rodriguez in the box with 2 gone and
0-1.
takes a look at a called strike. Moore leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
ooh, ripped it. Ripped it.
Swing and a miss.
damn.
Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. One left for Seattle. They're still out in front, 5-2.
That's okay. That's okay. Not exactly what we were looking for in that situation, but we were just way too late. Gotta switch to that contact swing more consistently. Sometimes you go like, but it's so-and-so. Ooh, Canzone's coming up for the Mariners.
Now,
As we get ready. Oh, they
Back,
didn't give us the
and on
save
the
thing?
mound is the closer, Andres
75.
Munoz.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
So here's the
Dislocated
Astros cleanup
shoulder
hitter, Christian Walker,
for
0 for 3
Robles.
with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Close.
That corner's been touchy.
Good spot there, but didn't get the
So
strike.
Canzone's gonna come up.
Doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get
There
a
we
sense
go.
of the umpire strike zone.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Oops. Wanted the fastball, but
Swing and a miss.
sinker will work. One away.
And a strikeout for
Let's
the
go.
first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your
Now
closer.
batter.
Come in and
Mariner.
close the door,
Hero.
cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Diaz stands in now and watches strike 1. High fly
No one
ball
had seen the
out to left
fastball
field.
yet. I don't think that one was
Arozarena
where I
sizing
wanted it
this
to
one
be.
up. Makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Paredes
There
in
we
the
go.
box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
And it's fouled away. 1 strike away. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Next offering misses down and away. And
There we go. Mariners win.
is the ball game.
What a comeback. That was a good game. I didn't really note it because we were still behind, but we gave up that solo home run in the top of that 7th inning. We got that run right back, cut it to 1. Did a good job to get runners in scoring position.
5-2 for Chris Singleton
And then we were able to cash in with a Cal Raleigh no-doubter to center. Munoz picks up his 4th save of the season. We lead the series 1-0. George Kirby improves to 3-0, and Luis Garcia drops to 1-1. That's, I figured that's not their starter, but huge play here by Julio to throw out Gurriel, I believe. No, Alvarez. We gave up that one. We still finished the inning with Kirby, which was kind of a gamble there because we've seen some things not go quite right for us. Last game in San Francisco was a good example of that, of like, well, we gave up the solo shot, no big deal, and then it just kind of all crumbles apart. But we score 5. And we pick up a victory. Cal Raleigh, your player of the game, 1 for 4 with that 3-run blast. Robles was 2 for 5 with a solo home run. Shenton was 2 for 4. He drove in a run with a double. And Randy Arozarena was 2 for 3 with a run scored. George Kirby, 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 6 strikeouts, no walks, 2 earned on his line. Luis Garcia gets the loss. He pitched 0.0 innings, 3 hits, no walks, no strikeouts, but 2 earned run. Isaac Paredes was 2 for 4 with a solo shot. Chas McCormick was 1 for 3 with a double. Yordan Alvarez 2 for 4, and Mauricio Dubon was 1 for 4 with a run. Munoz, like I said, picks up save number 4 as we start this series off on a positive note. 1 in the first, so we got shut out for a while. Got a lot of hits, runners in scoring position, but we just couldn't do much with it. But we are able to tack on or put up a 5-run inning, and that is what gives us the victory. It is double XP, so that number is a little larger than it would normally be as we complete a game. Well, here, let's get you set. Tomorrow we'll be taking a look at Framber Valdez. He's 0-1 with a 10.80 ERA. Logan Gilbert is on the bump for us. No wins, 1 loss, and a 5.73 ERA as we'll square up for game number 2 tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific time right here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. For right now, though, let's open a pack of cards because I have one. Bam. Give me something good. Give me Julio Rodriguez. Bam. Ah, silver. That's all right. Chattanooga. Quick sell that. Garbaggio. Sell it. Ooh, 143. All right. That'll work. New. And? Okay, Austin Wells. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we got some coins out of the deal, or some stubs out of the deal. That's not bad. All right. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. A great comeback win for us. Really rely on the long ball, and you can really see where that struggle can be with putting runners in scoring position, but just not being able to knock them home. But we'll try to win the series tomorrow. We'll look for a sweep on Wednesday, off day Thursday, and then we'll be into a 9-game road trip in 10 days. So stick around. If you'd like to see more, subscribe right over here. Ring the bell down below. Thanks so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Baseball is posting here in this playlist every day at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and this morning's video is up there. We get to see a great ass in Mass Effect. Thanks again for watching. Good sports. Go Mariners. Have a great rest of your night.